Okay, time for a new video, and whether you are somebody new to my channel or you are returning to my channel to watch this video, it is greatly appreciated. As always, I'm filming this video in one go, so if I stumble over my words moving forwards, I apologise about that. And indeed, if the quality of this video is fairly poor as well, if there's any lag, anything like that at all, sadly it cannot be helped. And hopefully it is not too much of an issue for you. This is yet another Eurovision 2022 related video here on my channel, and another installment in my sporadic series called What We Know So Far, where I pretty much go through everything that we as Eurovision fans know about the upcoming competition, which, as we all know, the 66th edition of Eurovision, will be staged just a few months from now in Turin in Italy. Now, I have some information in front of me as always to make sure I don't forget anything too important. I should also take this opportunity to say that, as always, there are links in the description to my other social media pages. Check them out if you so wish. Feel free to leave a comment as well, a like, subscribe, share, whatever it is, it's much appreciated. Let me know your thoughts on anything that I mention in this video. I'm genuinely interested to hear from you. So there's no point really touching on the basics once again, things that all Eurovision fans know about the upcoming shows. Tuesday the 10th, Thursday the 12th, and Saturday the 14th of May 2022 at the Pala Olimpico in Turin is where it's all going to be happening. 41 countries are taking part, that's a good number. Armenia and Montenegro are back, no country is withdrawing. What we don't know are certain things regarding the three shows, mainly how will the ongoing pandemic affect it. I just saw before filming that Melfest, Sweden's national final, which usually goes around the country, might not for the second year in a row, which would be a great shame, but I suppose needs must. And will the Turin competition be similar to Rotterdam last year, with a reduced capacity crowd, less events going on, regular testing? I don't know. It is a few months away. I am hopeful that the situation regarding the virus and the pandemic will improve before then, but you just never know. If you are Italian, maybe if you're from Turin or just northern Italy in general, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know and let other people watching this video know exactly what the situation is like there at the moment and whether you are hopeful that the situation there will improve over time. Surely it will, surely. Anyway, what we do know, this is something that was only announced very recently, the semi-final allocation draw, which always takes place at the end of January anyway, is scheduled to take place at the Palazzo Madama in Turin on January the 25th. And I imagine within the next week, or 2 weeks certainly, we'll be finding out which countries in which pot ahead of the draw, because of course it's devised in such a way that certain neighbouring countries are kept apart from each other and therefore can't vote for each other, neighbourly voting and all of that in the semi-finals. So I imagine we'll be finding that out pretty soon. And of course the semi-final allocation draw, it lasts about an hour, I think, something like that. It's always streamed on the Eurovision YouTube channel. I'll try to watch it. That's what I meant to say. And of course, we'll also find out which semi-final the automatic finalists will be voting in. January the 25th, for the record, is a Tuesday. It's 2 weeks today as I'm recording this. I'm looking forward to it. So, let's go through the countries. Of course, we don't know which semi-final they'll be in yet. Albania, FIC, is over. It was just after Christmas. It always occurs around the Christmas period. Festival Ikenges 60, 2 semi-finals and the final, which was on December the 29th, and a fan favourite came out on top, which is not usually the case with Albania, it must be said, but that's exactly what happened this time around. Secret by Ronella Hayati came out on top, and the result was determined thanks to a small jury, 7 members. The runner-up was Thea by Alban Ramosaj, who surely will represent Albania at some point. He's been involved in the national final several times. And then there were 2 singers finishing joint third, Eldis Argeti and Rezata Smaya. And there were 17 songs in total in that grand final. And there were newcomers as well, some of whom were eliminated in an earlier round. In terms of the quality on offer here, I thought it was okay. FIC always seems to me to be a little bit dated. compared to many of the national finals that we get. But this year, or rather last year, because it was before the new year, the winner, it's a great up-tempo track, it's full of power. I know there's going to be a revamp. There could be more English lyrics added to this. Whether that makes it a better song overall, I don't really know. But this is the best song we've got so far for the upcoming contest, in the eyes and indeed ears of many. I'm inclined to agree. Certainly, I think it's the most radio-friendly, contemporary track, I suppose, that we've had from Albania, maybe ever. So this is a step in the right direction. And if this gets through to the final, that is 18, 19, 20, that'll be 4 years in a row, 4 contests in a row in which Albania qualifies, which I think is pretty darn impressive. Then we have Armenia. We know nothing. I've said this before, but Athena Manoukian, who would have represented Armenia in 2020 had Armenia not withdrawn before the contest was cancelled anyway, or was that 2021? I can't even remember, but Athena Manoukian, she would have sung Chains on You, of course, which was this sort of R&B cool number. If she's available, if she has a song, just let her do it. It makes sense. I did read something the other day. I think there's a few other names involved, so we wait and see what happens. Australia, 26th of February, for their national final, Eurovision Australia decides. We know the names of all of the acts and the names of some of the songs. We have Andrew Lambrou, Charlie, G Nation, Isaiah, the 2017 representative, hoping to improve on his 2 measly points that he received from the public in 2017. He's teamed up with an unknown act, Jaguar Jones, Jude York, Paulini, Sean Miley Moore, Sheldon Riley, and Voyager. Now, Voyager are a progressive metal band. I have done my research on all of these national final artists in my own time. I still need to check out a few. But G Nation, that's a big girl group. I've written down here, keep an eye on Charlie, Jaguar, and Sheldon. We know that Sheldon's song is called Not the Same. Charlie's song is called I Suck at Being Lonely. Jaguar Jones we don't know yet, but of course she was involved in the Australian national final a couple of years ago with Rabbit Hole, which seemed to become a bit of a fan favourite after the national final took place. We know about Isaiah, as I've already said. Sean Miley Moore was on the UK's version of The X Factor a couple of years ago, and it took me a while to realise that, but yes, he's involved. His song is called My Body. Interestingly, there will be one more act involved, but we don't know who it is yet, because there is a competition happening as I speak. It is a TikTok contest. How very 2022. Goodness gracious me. Anybody can send a live vocal performance clip of any particular song up to 1 minute long, with submissions opened until January the 16th. So if you're Australian and you fancy your chances, this might be right up your street. What could be very interesting is that we could get an absolute unknown amateur musician, or we could get some sort of Australian TikTok star. And of course that might work in their favour, because a lot of young people will know who they are and therefore might vote for them, even if their song ends up being pretty bang average. I don't even know how this is going to work. I assume a song is ready for whoever wins this competition, because there's not much time. You know, the final is on February the 26th. But anyway, the winner will be determined thanks to 50% public votes, 50% 5-member jury. So there you go. Austria, we should be finding out information very soon regarding the artist. The song will be later in the year. There are a few names in contention. I did read them the other day. I can't remember who they are, but we will be finding out news soon. Azerbaijan, silence. Absolutely no idea what's going on there. We will probably end up with a song written by a group of Swedes. As for Belgium, we've known for ages, because it was internally announced that Jeremy Maquis would represent Belgium for 2022. He was on The Voice Belgium. He's 21, from Antwerp. He's got quite a rich, soulful voice, so I assume we'll be getting some sort of soulful tune from him within the next month or so. Bulgaria, the first country to announce their song and act. It is Intelligent Music Project. Dear me, that's not a good name for a band. With Intention. And it's a rock number, yet there's something really lacking here. It's lacking oomph, it's lacking power, it's lacking memorability. Saying that, it's not a bad song. Stoyan Yankolov, who's been at Eurovision twice for Bulgaria with Elitsa Todorova, he's back as part of this group. But to be honest, the song's already been out a while, and I don't think too many people really remember it that much. I've not seen one person out of the 3 songs we have so far. Is it 3 or 4? I can't even remember. But I've not seen anybody have this as their number 1. So it's not looking too good for Bulgaria this year already. And unless the live performance is exceptional, and Bulgaria have quite a kind semi-final, which I doubt is going to happen, because there is no such thing as a kind semi-final, yeah, this year we might not see Bulgaria in the final. It's a very real possibility with that track, let me tell you. As for Croatia, 19th of February for Dora, the Explorer. No, not really, of course. There's a whole bunch of songs involved. 14. Yes, we have Bernarda, she's been involved before. Elis Lovric, Ella Oreshkovic, Eric Vidovic, Jessa, Marko Bošnjak, Mia Dimsic, Mia Negoveric, who's been involved many times. This might be her time if you just go off name alone. Mila Elegovic, Roko Vuškovic, Tia, Tina Vukov, Toma, also been involved before, and Zdenka Kovačíček, who I also think has been involved before. There's quite a lot of returning names here. A shame there's no Damir Kedsho, but there we are. Mia's song is called Forgive Me Oprosti, that's Mia Negovatic, and she's got a Swedish songwriting team, along with Laurel Barker. So, based on that, you would have to assume that that could be a big contender, but that's only looking at the names in front of me. The same goes with In the Darkness by Toma. Couple of Swedes writing that one, I think. Yeah, familiar songwriters there. I've also written down the other Mia Dimsic, Guilty Pleasure, and also Tia with Voli Me do Neba. Watch out for those songs. I don't really know why I've written them down, but there was something about those musicians when I was doing my research that made me think, watch out for them. So there you go. Croatia, of course, they've never won as an independent country, but Zagreb hosted in 1990 when Yugoslavia won the previous year. So there you are. I'm hoping for Mia Negovatic, because I've liked every song that she's had in Dora before, but we just wait and see. We'll be getting those songs very soon, I would assume. As for Cyprus, we know nothing. I think there's a couple of rumoured names, but nothing concrete, if you see what I mean. Czech Republic, the national final was won by We Are Domi with Lights Off. They are pretty much a Czech, British-based Norwegian group. So they're a bit multicultural. They met at a university, the members of the group, I think 2 of them at least. They met at university here in England, and one or two of the members of the group are from Norway, something along those lines. It doesn't really matter, but Lights Off is the name of the song, and it's this good sort of slightly synth pop, very catchy track. Lyrics about moving the furniture, if I recall. I haven't listened to it in a while, but they won the jury vote quite comfortably. They didn't win the Czech public vote, but they won the international public vote and won the national final overall, ahead of Elis Mraz in second place and Judy with Jezinki, who finished third. And that was such an interesting song, and it would have been very, very interesting at Eurovision. But alas, third place is where that finished. So yes, the Czech Republic, a very credible entry. Denmark, 5th of March for Dansk Melodi Grand Prix. There will be 8 songs. It's going to be staged in Herning, and we don't really know anything else yet. Estonia, Eestilaul's already underway. 12th of February for the final of this extended Estonian national selection. We've had 4 quarterfinals, and some good songs are out, but many good songs are through. The other day, or was it earlier today, I can't quite remember, we found out which semi-final the qualified acts will be in. Semi-final 1 looks considerably stronger than semi-final 2, in my opinion. My favourite is Little Girl by Marilyn Malk. I don't think she's going to win because she only went through thanks to the backup jury vote. Am I right in saying that? Yes. Yes, indeed. Stefan is surely the favourite with Hope. He seems to be a bit of a fan favourite as well. And Stig Rasta is there, Elina Nechaeva. Do not rule out Oit Lepland. I think he's in with a very serious chance of winning this comfortably. So yes, we wait and see what happens there. But I think a pretty good batch of songs are left. Then we have Finland. Now, the organisers of UMK have been teasing the names of the 7 acts for a little while. I think we're getting the names tomorrow. I read that somewhere. But then I also read that we'll be getting the names next week. So I'm not sure what to believe. I'm sure you know for sure. But UMK was really good last year. So I'm hoping for quality again. The final is on February the 26th. And yes, it will be very, very interesting to see. It says here, the songs... okay. The artists will be announced tomorrow. And the songs will be released on a daily basis starting on January the 13th. So there you go. Finnish songs are coming. Quality as well, I hope. Then we have Georgia. We know it's Circus Mercus, this very mysterious, perhaps jokey act. They were internally announced several weeks ago. We don't really know anything about the song, but it's going to be quite something, I'd imagine. As for Greece, this could be quality, I'm telling you. Amanda Tenfjord is the artist. There were several musicians in contention, including Good Job Nikki, and I think Kalamira, the 2008 representative, was in contention at some point. But anyway, Amanda is the chosen one, and she was born in Greece, but has spent much of her life in Norway, so that's potentially 12 points in the bag. And she's got a lovely voice, and I think her song is going to be announced very soon. I think she's filming the music video shortly, so I'm really looking forward to it. I think Greece could be onto something very special. As for Iceland, we're getting the songs this month, I believe. 5th of March, the final of Songvakeppnin, the tried and tested format. The semi-finals are in the middle of next month. There were... 160 songs in total. They were judged by 2 committees, pretty much. 10 will progress to the live shows. Then we have Ireland. We're getting the act and song apparently this month, but it's all very hush-hush in the Emerald Isle, so we wait and see what happens there. Latvia, we know the songs. 12th of February is the final of Supernova. Right now, there is an online vote, and you can vote for one more song to be involved. And I have to say, I question the selection committee in Latvia, because pretty much all of the songs in this online vote are better than the songs that are automatically in the final in the first place, or rather the semi-finals. Marcus Riva is back for a 1,000,001th time trying to represent his country. 1,000,001st time, I should say. We've also got people like Elina Gluzunova, Beatrice Heislere, the Coconuts. Aminata is back, the 2015 representative with I'm Letting You Go. That's a very strong ballad, but you've got to make it stand out in a way that's going to make people really gravitate towards it in May, if she wins, which I expect she will. Disappointing that we don't have too many songs in Latvian, but there you are. That is all I've got to say about Latvia, who really need to qualify because it's been years. I missed out Israel, 5th of February for the artist and the song apparently, so not too long to go. The X Factor Israel is being used once again, and yes, apparently the songs are all ready to go for whoever makes the final. I think, based on these scores, you've got to be looking at Inbal Bibi and Eli Huli and Linet. Linet, for the record, is a Turkish-Israeli musician, 46, best known for her arabesque music. So there you go. She's already somewhat well known, I guess. But moving on, Lithuania. It's already started their national final. 3 heats, 2 semi-finals. The finals on February the 12th. Plenty of familiar names here. Ieva Zasimauskaide, Erica Jennings, who won Heat 1, She's the lead singer of Scamp, the 2001 representatives. We've also got Ruta Loop, she's been involved before. Titas Irbenas, Vilia, the 2014 representative in Copenhagen. Yeah, lots of interesting names. Keep an eye out for Lolita Zero with Not Your Mother. That could be quite something. But anyway, Heat 1 was this weekend that's just gone as I'm filming this. Erica came out on top. Urte Shilagalite with Running Chords was the public's favourite, but wasn't so well liked by the juries. And really, you have to be liked equally by both to stand any chance of success. Heat 2 is this weekend. We have Ie Bezasimaus Queens of Roses with Washing Machine. That song is already out. Clockwork, Creep with Grow. Some very interestingly named songs. Cosmic Bride with The Devil Lives in Spain, apparently. Dear oh dear. And then, of course, Heat 3 is on January the 22nd. So there you go. Out of the songs that we know so far, yeah, Running Chords isn't bad. And Walk Through the Water by Victoria Faith was a very fine ballad that received 92 measly votes from the Lithuanian public. I don't know what that's all about, but she didn't go through. A great shame. Malta, we've heard snippets of the songs. The semi-final is in mid-February, the final's a few days later on February the 19th. We've got musicians such as Emma Muscat, who is a big deal. Success in Italy as well. How fitting, because this year's contest is in Italy. We've also got Francesca, formerly part of a double act in Junior Eurovision. Jessica Muscat, who represented San Marino as part of a double act in Lisbon a few years ago. Nicole Azzopardi was in Junior Eurovision many years ago. Richard Edwards, lead singer of Firelight in 2014. No X Factor Malta this year to select the entry. Based on what I've heard, I'm not blown away by anything, but I intend to do my research a bit more, excuse me, over the coming days. Aidan Kassar with Ritmu, that seems like it could be the winner, and don't rule out Janice Manjon. How Special You Are by Norbert, I did say that could be a jury darling. We wait and see, as I keep saying. Then we have Moldova, we know nothing, but the 5th of March for the national final. Montenegro, internally selected Vladana Vucinic. She's going to sing for her country with Breathe. It's an emotionally charged ballad, I believe. It's in English, we'll be getting it fairly soon. The Netherlands, really, really looking forward to this. Talk about bouncing back after Jean-Guy McCroy. I think this could be the person to do it. It's S10 or S10 or Steen den Hollander, and she's a young female musician. It says here, Nederhop, which is Dutch hip-hop, pretty much, alternative pop, and emo rap. So we're probably going to get something like Panic at the Disco meets Billie Eilish meets Eminem. What a blend of musicians that is. But yeah, what I've heard from her is pretty good stuff. So I'm expecting something great, and the song will be in Dutch. Hallelujah. As for North Macedonia, we know nothing, but I think there is going to be a national final. Norway, hello, MGP. Plenty of heats before the final on February the 19th. We know the songs, they are out. There is a huge favourite here called Death of Us by Elsie Bay. That is a major contender, no doubt about it. Fans have gone nuts for it, but we also have quite a bit of rock. Frode Vassal with Black Flowers, Bad Baby by Lily Lowe. We have this sort of Olivia Rodrigo song called Your Loss by Mary Bolla. We also have Give That Wolf a Banana by Subwoofer, which is this very odd, peculiar, mysterious, very messy track. And there's rumours that it could be Ylvis, who are known for appearing on Norwegian television mainly, but they also had a song called What Does the Fox Say years ago that ended up being a hit pretty much everywhere. And there's rumours that it's them coming back. And it could be the winner, but given some of the quality that we have here, I would be very disappointed and highly surprised if that song comes out on top. But let me know what you think. Heat 1, or rather semi-final 1, is on January the 15th, so it's coming up in a few days. As for Poland, On the 15th of January, so this Saturday as well, we're finding out the artist and the song. Will it be the recent Voice winner, Christian Ochman? Will it be Anna Sison with Losing You? Will it be So-So with So Maybe You? Or will it be Wzy, I'm pronouncing that wrong, LZY, a long-running Polish pop-rock band with a song with a very long title, which does not meet the participation criteria, so there you are according to this. But we will be finding out Poland's entry very soon. As for Portugal, 12th of March for Festival de Canção, the semi-finals in early March. We know the composers, and some of the composers will be the singers as well. Now, there's one name here who I think could blow everybody away. Mark my words, write it down, because this could be a big deal. But we have people such as Norton. They're actually a band. We have Os Azeitonas, who I think have been involved before. We have DJ Marfox. We also have Pepperoni Passion. Interesting. But the name to keep an eye out for is Aurea, who is a 34-year-old musician, soul, blues, reggae, R&B. She's won MTV European Music Awards, 4 albums. Every single album she's released has sold like hotcakes in Portugal. She's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 #1 singles in her homeland. She is a massive deal. And if they are voting on name alone, we have our winner. I'm telling you right now, this could be something very, very special indeed. I need to do my research a little bit more on these Portuguese composers, but I'm telling you now, that could be the name to keep an eye out for. Aurea, you heard it here first. Anyway, Romania, 5th of March for the final of Selecția Națională. The semi-finals are in February. The songs are out. There's nothing truly incredible. The fan favourite is probably Dos Svidania by Aris. That's my favourite. We've also got Cesar, the 2013 representative, although he shouldn't be winning. We have Iana with Malere. We have Gabriel Basco. That's a nice ballad called One Night. We have Vanu with Never Give Up. WRS with Shamame. Jesse with Regret. There's a few decent tracks, but really it's all a step down from Roxanne, which is a great shame. Romania, of course, no final since 2017. Russia, we know nothing, but apparently the dream team of songwriters are working with a few people at the moment, or so I've heard and seen. I don't really know too much. San Marino, 19th of February for Una Voce per San Marino. There's been loads of emerging acts rounds and auditions, and there's so many names involved here, it's ridiculous. Elis Mraz, who I mentioned earlier for the Czech Republic, she's involved. And also, and I don't know if this is exactly right or not, but Charlie Chaplin's granddaughter is involved, Kira Chaplin. Surely that can't be the same Kira Chaplin. Surely not. But if it is, heavens above. There's loads and loads and loads and loads of musicians here. But the final is taking place in San Marino, which is pretty cool. As for Serbia, February is when their national final takes place. We don't know the names yet, but 150 songs were submitted, so surely within the next week we'll be hearing news from them. Slovenia, February again for EMA. There's been this pre-qualification round happening for weeks and weeks and weeks. We do know the names of the automatic finalists. I'm not going to go through all of them, but Be Cool or BQL, the two guys, they're back again with with a song that's co-written with Mareia, the 2015 representatives. That could be a serious contender. Lots of songs in Slovenian, which is nice. I've written down... what are we looking for here? I've written down Batista Cadillac, Hauptmann with Sledim, Jonathan Haller with Obsorye, July Jones, that could be a serious contender. She's written it herself. Girls Can Do Anything. Klara Yazbek, been involved before with Chasing Dreams, and Zala Smolnikar with Vyogledalu. So those songs, for some reason, those artists, those songs, they're attracting me for some reason. But there's many, many others, and we should be hearing those songs within the next week or two, I would assume. It won't be too long now. Sweden, we know the names and we know the songs, the song titles, and the singers in contention for Sweden this year. Melfest starts very soon. The finals on the 12th of March. There's people like John Lundvig again, Malu Pritz, Lisa Ajax Aniello, Robin Bengtsson, Shirley Clamp, Anna Bergendahl, Alvaro Estrella, Faith Kakembo, Linda Bengtsing, Clara Hammerström. I think I've already said her, it doesn't really matter. But there's loads. Liamu, Lilla Sister. It's a pretty strong lineup on paper, but will the variety be there? We wait and see. Switzerland, I think they're just keeping things very quiet, and then no doubt we'll get a really quality song from them very soon. Ukraine, February for Vidbeer, the new style of Vidbeer. I have seen a few names that could be involved, but nothing set in stone yet. As for the automatic finalists, France, the auditions happened very recently, so we should be hearing news soon about their national final. Germany, national final is in March. Unser Lied für Turin. And yeah, I've seen a couple of names in contention for that as well, but nothing absolutely confirmed. Italy, Sanremo, you know what's coming. Absolute quality once again. It starts in early February. Look at these names. Elisa, Emma, Fabrizio Moro, Gianni Morandi, Irama, Eva Zanicki, Levi Brazioni, Mahmoud and Blanco, Massimo Ranieri, Michele Bravi, Noemi. Unbelievable lineup, it has to be said. Of course, all of the songs are in Italian. A shame there's no Annalisa, but what are you going to do? I mean, it's going to be sensational. With that lineup on paper, they'll be tough to beat again this year, that's for sure. Spain, Benidorm Fest, 29th of January. Well, well, well. Surely it's between two songs. Terra by Tanxugueiras, which is this song in Galician and a few other dialects. It's just this very powerful, stirring sort of battle cry, and it would be fantastic at Eurovision, you know it would be. But also Ai Mama by Rigoberta Bandini, which is apparently popular because of the lyrics. But let's be honest here, the song itself, would that really do well at Eurovision? I'm not so sure. I don't mind it, but I don't love it. I think there's much better on offer here. We've also got Mejores by Unique, a boy band, come out of nowhere to top the betting odds recently. We have the 1990 representatives, Azucar Moreno with Postureo. I mean, that's a pretty good song, but again, I'm not sure it would do well at Eurovision. We've got a little bit of sort of throwback emo type rock by Luna Key, Voy a Morir. That's not too bad. Yeah, there's some lovely songs, but Terra for me is the best, and in the eyes of several other people as well. And then the UK, we know nothing. Of course, the BBC have teamed up with this record company, record label thing. It's all going to stay quiet for a while yet. That's it. I have nothing else to say. These videos are always very messy, very chaotic, very rambly. I do apologise about that, but there we are. It's over now. Do let me know what you think. Leave comments, as I said earlier. And I'll be back soon with another Eurovision 2022 related video. I don't know what it's going to be yet. It might be reacting to the Polish entry. Whatever it is, you'll see it fairly soon. I appreciate everybody who watches my content, leaves a comment, leaves a like. It means a great deal to me. And I feel as though I'm missing something else out. But I think I've covered every country. I've covered everything that we know so far, pretty much. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. So there we are. That's it. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Apologies if the quality wasn't that great and my voice irritated you. But bye for now.